have a confession to make. Sometimes I have capped over some movies. You know, looking at my YouTube career, some of the movies I may have capped on a little bit. I was looking at the 2016 Ghostbusters review, and well, this one I was giving 1 out of 10 reviews, and I gave it a 6 out of 10. Was I capping because I love Ghostbusters so much? I just love that franchise to the bottom of my heart. You guys know that. And I gave it a 6 out of 10. Does it deserve? And I gave the new Ghostbusters a 3.4 out of 5 or something like that. And I gave the 2006 one a 6 out of 10. Does that one deserve a 6 out of 10? As I think about it, nah. Nope, not at all. I think the 2016 Ghostbusters will probably deserve 4 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? I'm being honest now when I look back at it. But I think us as critics and not as fans, we want to love something so much sometimes that we tell ourselves that we actually love this film. I remember being, of course, the huge Star Wars fan that I was really back in the day. And Phantom Menace was coming out in 1999. And I seen Phantom Menace, and I convinced myself that was the best film I have ever seen. Ever. You know, like that was it. Phantom Menace was the one. But I knew deep inside that I didn't really love that film like that. You know, I thought it was all right. Now that I look at it, I don't think it's a terrible film at all on any standard, but I think I was capping a little bit too hard for it just because it was Star Wars. And Star Wars fans have a big problem doing that. Like, people say they like Solo. And all movies subjective. You can like what you want, you know what I'm saying? But overall storytelling, you know, in a narrative of a film like Solo is not good. It's something that I probably will never visit ever again. Just like, you know, Rise of Skywalker, which I think is the worst of the entire franchise. Out of all the movies that they have made, I think Rise of Skywalker is the worst because they're obviously pandering to your nostalgia verbatim. Like, here you go, here's your Luke here, here's your Solo here, once again, blah blah blah, and all this shit, and the whole movie doesn't make sense, but we'll still say, we'll sit up there and we'll say we'll love it. I love it. I love it. I just like to be taken place back to that special place, you know, that Star Wars place. And these executives don't give a fuck. I'm glad you love it, because we don't have to try that hard to please you anymore, because now we have the world and the mythology that that you will buy it. You know, that's why I don't buy into that fucking Fast and the Furious shit. Like, obviously this is bullshit, and you're pandering to the fucking people who love either cars, really, or, like, you know, young people in action, but it's actually gotten worse and worse over the years. You know, like the last one with Paul Walker was a good one. Then after that, the movies decline rapidly. Transformers, same thing. I enjoyed the first Transformers. I ain't got no cap on that. I thought it was fun. I thought it was dope. I loved seeing the fucking robots transform. But later in the series, they stopped even really transforming the robots and turn them to nanobites and making them into cars. And people will still cap for it because it's Transformers. That's exactly what I'm saying. Same thing with superhero movies. People will cap, you know, over especially Zack Snyder, which is crazy thing that happen. Anything Zack Snyder makes has to do with superheroes. People will go to the ends of the earth. This whole channel is just dedicated to this shit. Now, how great Zack Snyder is, and then that's your opinion, and I understand that. But y'all won't ride for nothing else that Zack Snyder do. Y'all won't ride for the Army of the Dead like you do for Justice League remake. So you're capping, you know what I'm saying? You're capping because it's Zack Snyder and he's making superhero movies, even though the mass public still say they're not very good films, you know. In my opinion, after Man of Steel, I think the quality of his movies diminished. I mean, that's just my opinion. No cap. But on my review here of Justice League, the Joss Whedon one, I gave it a, what did I give it? I gave it a 4 out of 5. A 4 out of 5. Joss Whedon's, I'm obviously capping because I love DC and I love these heroes. I love Superman. I love Batman. So I'm telling myself it's, you know, it's good. It's good enough because it's that. Even though I enjoyed the shit out of Superman's resurrection, that scene is still fire. No cap. I'm capping because I want the DC properties to win. I want them to make more. We all want to see more. But we got to look as ourselves as fans and as this pop culture to not accept this bullshit, you know what I'm saying, and call it out when we see it, you know. That first episode of Boba Fett, it's not that great. Actually, it was pretty mediocre, you know what I'm saying? Hawkeye series, pretty mediocre. WandaVision, pretty mediocre. Pretty much all of the Marvel series that came out was pretty mediocre. I did like some of What If. A couple of WandaVision episodes were interesting. Winter Soldier, I will never watch that again. You know what I'm saying? But now I can sit up here and lie to you and say like, oh yeah, it was all that because it had this and that. You know, best thing in Loki to me was Jonathan Majors. If you want to be honest, if I want to be honest with you, this is me just telling you the truth. I'm not capping anymore, you know what I'm saying? And if I see something, I'm calling out, it's bullshit. I gave Suicide Squad a 5 out of 5. I think I was just on a high from coming out of the theater, you know, so I gave it a 5 out of 5. Actually, I give it a 4. I give it a solid 4. To be completely honest, no cap. I like that movie. I thought James Gunn did a wonderful job. It was fun. It was fast paced. So yeah, no cap on that, you know, but, I'm gonna be real with myself, coming up in 2022, and not because I love a franchise like a Ghostbusters, you know, I wanted that to be a 5 out of 5, but I had to sit down and be real with myself. Like, the Ghostbusters had the right idea. They had the right idea. They had all the love behind the film, but you're not gonna throw all this nostalgia in my face blatantly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what you're doing here, you know what I'm saying? And you basically made the same film that you did. And, you know, like, you got to do something different. You got to take the nostalgia properties and create something different. So I'm going to do a video on that as well. But I'm not capping for these films anymore. I know I might offend a lot of people on this thing because these might be properties you love. And I might be seeming like I'm offending you. But I'm just giving you my honest to God truth. Stop capping for properties you love. Definitely ride for them if you love them, but point out when the shit is bad. You know what I'm saying? Point out when they're not going in the right direction, because if you don't, especially a company like Warner Brothers, they're gonna keep feeding you that same bullshit over and over and over again, and then y'all gonna cap for it, and they gonna keep making for it. Like the Amazing Spider-Man, not a lot of people cap for that, and it went down the drain. They had to reboot the whole 9. So you get my point. So anyway, guys, I can go on and on about this topic, but thank you guys so much for watching. I'm wrong for saying that people be capping for shit that don't need to be capped for. Let me know, please, in the comments below. And if you like this video, go ahead, hit me that thumbs up. If you really like this video, consider subscribing to the Q Review family. And don't just stare at guy. Don't cap. No cap. 22. And eat it. Peace.
I'm out cold, you hoes been exposed. Walk up on you slow with the foe and unload. You got more left for dead on the road. I strode when your car got towed.